Oh no, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Weird news. Our first story, no big deal. It's about time travel. Yes, time travel. Physicists, this time in Australia, have figured out the math for time travel. Physicists, what next? Now, according to physicists, theoretically, time travel is possible. I believe it was Einstein himself who said, E equals mc squared. Well, that means that energy and matter are equivalent, and time, well, that stuff is just weird. But you know, it's all relative. And I don't mean cousins and siblings and uncles and things like that. I'm pretty sure that was his exact quote. So, time travel is theoretically possible, but there's always been a problem. And that problem is called the grandfather paradox. And to explain that, it involves, killing your grandfather, which we don't want to talk about that. So let me phrase it this way. If you were to go back in time and change something, well, then it would impact the future time which you came from. And maybe cause the reason for you to go back in time not to exist. For example, you didn't do your homework and missing work showed up in Skyward. Your mom got real mad and took your phone away. So you will go back in time and then you do that homework. There is no missing work in Skyward. Your mom never takes your phone away. But since your mom never took your phone away, there's no reason for you to go back in time. So you never could have gone back in time to do that homework, and my brain hurts now. It just hurts. This paradox has always bothered physicists. I mean, how is time travel actually possible if the very act of traveling through time will negate the reason you went to travel through time in the first place? However, a math student at the University of Queensland in Australia named Jermaine Tobar says he's figured it out. Or to quote him, he's squared the numbers with time travel. He, along with his mentor, have figured out a way to do the math so that the paradox is not a problem. You heard me, math. And you thought math was like a concrete block, hard and boring. But no, math is actually the key to beginning any project that you're going to build. Before you can build anything, you've got to measure it, you've got to figure out the area, you got to do all that math stuff before you can make anything. And now the math is done. Is it possible that we could have somebody make a time machine? I wanted to lighten it up a little, you guys, but what can I say? The moon is radioactive. That's right, our moon, the one and only, is too dangerous to spend too much time on because of the radioactivity. Hey, it wasn't my fault. It's actually the sun's fault. High energy particles from the sun have been hitting the moon's dust and causing this radioactive reaction for, billions of years. The Chinese moon probe Chang'e took the measurements of the radiation after it landed on the dark side of the moon. At the International Space Station, we've had people stay for a year, but the space station orbits the Earth inside at least part of Earth's magnetic field. The moon is too far out, and thus it's not protected by Earth's atmosphere or magnetic field. Therefore, whereas people have stayed in the space station for a year, Scientists guess you've got about 2 months on the moon before the radiation will make you sick, and that's even with your protective suit. You know, even with a really nice hotel, I'm not sure I'd want to stay on the moon for more than 2 months. And let's face it, a vacation on the moon, that's kind of weird.